Yeah, 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 yeah. Cause all my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. Pay attention. Cut out the middleman, gotta pick a side, can't be lukewarm. They ain't gon' sympathize or take bribes, they got news for 'em. I'm on a new body, talking glorified in this true form. I get them baptized, they was pissed off, they done grew horns. I'm sipping alkaline. Tennis got 2nd Corinthians, mastermind. Demons I have to bound. Now I'm straight to get bumping in calamine. The cannon is photon. Positive charge, I'm a proton. The charge in together like Voltron. Closing the young is post-on. It's a feast of the children have more fun. I'm powered up like I'm Gohan. Now I'm powered up like I'm Yasha. Snap like a gator Lacosta. So Zona turn meanings to pasta. On the corner, we're preaching the gospel. Matthew 18, we silence the gospel. A good preacher to follow no author. Means it's still to become out the water. Yeah, 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 yeah. Created to Christ, it made me your mother. I stand for what's right, it made me your power. Children of light, contended with God. My soul ain't for sale, ain't nothing for bargain. Righteous rebel from with real again, with real jacked into my enemies. Righteous rage. Salt of the earth, chosen more than just a sprinkle in me. It don't come down observation, saint the kingdom in me. I got kings, 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 I got kings. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. Most high raising kings of the slum. It's so concrete, we prepare to drop the snare. 85 round drum on the stick, cause swear it. I'm on the strip quick, don't dare me. Eyes and don't do beef with a deer. We moving in truth sincere. When we come and do, we light up the room. When we give rebuke, don't spare it. When the fruit don't come near me, only a few gon' reside on the other side. So get it in, top 10, gotta show my fruit. But it's still well done when the boss come at me and rule over me. Faithful over few. They say you were God, the folk I'm like, talking about it. No, they talking about y'all. They'll pop bottles in the trial. We when they push them out, they be proof gone. Scripture say that a brother known in the verse. This is a righteous acts we rehearse. The rebels, the renegades, and the judge. I got a couple youngest they buzz. They say we got in off of the truth. Pass me a crown, I need 2 more. I don't know what to do with the righteous rebels from the renegades. Jack into my enemies and found some righteous rays. Earth chosen more than just a sprinkle in me. It don't come by observation, saint the kingdom in me. I got kings, 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 I got kings with me. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, peace and blessing to the chosen. Everybody who tuning in, everybody who will tune in, everybody who's been rocking with me over the years, been inspiring me as much as you feel that I may have inspired you. Is a two-way street. All praise to the Most High for y'all supporting with the music, y'all going in on listening to the new project, Solar Panels Anniversary. Thank y'all for that. Thank you for the prayers. I be feeling them when y'all send me encouraging emails and just checking in on me. Did be inspiring as well. I appreciate the Most High for y'all. I pray that those same blessings be returned back to y'all and y'all households, y'all families. I pray strongholds be destroyed. I pray that the adversary be uncovered, revealed, and then escorted and directed away from you and your family and children. I pray that y'all faith be solidified, y'all foundation be strengthened. Let us not forget and see, keep our eyes open, looking at the prophecies unfolding, going back to the prophecies that we've already seen, so that our faith can be strengthened in these days and times, knowing that, you know, we got a lot working against us and it's constantly compiling. But the more that it compile, the closer we are to the true freedom, closer we get to, Father willing, the New Jerusalem, and above all things, praying that our names be written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Before I do that, I'm gonna play this song again, though. Give y'all some more time to get in here. I pray y'all week was blessed, y'all month been blessed. Things have been, you know, man, that you've been edified, you've been strengthened. That fear be destroyed, man. It's a lot of fear in the people.
fear to even make certain moves, you know what I'm saying, that you need to make in order to progress and move forward. Get rid of that, challenge that, overcome that. Anything that we've been dealing with, you know what I'm saying, that's been hindering us from doing something that's going to hinder our growth. We need to overcome it, brothers. Salute to all the truth troopers, everybody who checking in, tuned in here right now, everybody who will. We did it again. But his sheep know his voice. That's what we're going to talk about. His sheep know his voice. Believe that.
Pay attention. Cut out the middleman.
You gotta pick a side.
They ain't gonna sympathize or take bribes. They got news for them. I want a new body talking glorified in this truth form.
So
I get them baptized.
they was pissed off. They done grew horns.
I'm sipping alkaline.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians
Mastermind.
Demons I have to bound. Now I'm straight to get bumping the calamine. The cannon is photon. Pocket in charge of a proton. The trap in the gun like Voltron. Close the young is post on. It's a feast on the children have more fun. I'm powered up like I'm Gohan. Now I'm powered up like I'm Yashi.
Smell like a gate of the constant.
So only turn me into pasta. On the corner.
We bring living for long, he knew. Think it's still to come out the water. We headed for Christ. Made me a
children of light, contending with God. My soul life for sale, like nothing for bargain. Righteous rebels wrong with renegades. Got into my inner peace and found some righteous rage. Found on the earth, chosen more than just a sprinkle in it. It don't come by observation, say the kingdom in me. I got kings, 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 I got kings. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens.
Most high raising kings at the sword. It's still concrete. Repercussions try to snare me. 5 round drum on the stick. I swear he's there. I'll do a strip quick. Don't dare me. Eyes and don't do beef with a deer. Me moving in truth sincerely. When we come and do, we light up the room. When we get rebuked, don't spare it. With the food, don't come near me. Only a few gon' reside on the other side. Let's go get it in top 10. Gotta show my fruit. When it get well done, when the boss come at me, I rule over me. Faithful of a few. They say you a God. The folk on my hoop. Talk about it. They talk about y'all. Bottles in trial. We wanna push them out, they be poof down. Just say that a brother known in adversity. This is a righteous acts, we rehearse. The rebels, the renegades, the judge. I got a couple youngest, they ain't good. I guess that we got in off with the truth. Let's be a crime, I get 2 of them. Like I don't know what this do. The
righteous rebels, renegades. Got into my inner peace and found some righteous rage. Salt of the earth, chosen more than just a sprinkle. It don't come by observation, saint the kingdom in me. I got kings, 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 I got kings. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens. All my brothers kings and all my sisters queens.
All praise to the Most High, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, the trees, the birds, the frogs, the lizards of every sort, who created the cattle being your cows, your bison, your goats, your lambs, these type of creatures, and the beasts, your birds, your lions, your tigers, your leopards, your panthers, and they all different. Who created the fowl of the earth? He formed the fowl of the earth, not from the dirt of the earth. He formed them from the water. These are water-based creatures. All praise to the Most High, the one who put the rainbow in the sky. You don't have to see it just when it rains and when it storms. If you spraying the water in your grass in the summer and the springtime, you're going to see it in the water. If you didn't wash your car in the water on the ground and it's going down to the drain on the street, you're going to see it in the water. The same creator who bent the rainbow, gave it to us for a sign in the covenant to remind us, I'll never destroy the earth again by water. But he's going to do it again, and it's going to be by fire. And in that time period, which we getting closer and closer, you know what I'm saying? We want to be prepared, man. And in the meantime and between time, just like it was in the days of Noah. Noah out there prophesying. And he warning the people, letting them know, man, something finna happen that has never been seen in the history of the world itself. He said it's gonna rain, man. It's gonna be water coming out the sky. It had never rained in that time period, family. If you don't know that at that time period, the only way the people was getting rain and feeding the plants and all that, he had to do for on the ground in the morning. It had never no rain came out the sky ever at that time period. But he telling these people, well, you know, rain finna fall from the sky. Get ready. Nobody want to listen. Nobody want to prepare. It was a funny thing, but when it happened, everybody want to believe it's gonna be too late then. All right, so what I'm here to do, the mission given to me, man, at age 7, family, to preach. That's what I'm gonna do. Win, lose, or draw, man. In season, out of season, confused or tired, unhealthy, all that. That's what I'm supposed to do. And as an ensign to people to keep the faith, man. You got a lot of doctrines, a lot of philosophies out here, a lot of opinions and ideas out here. And people accepting and absorbing these opinions, these ideologies, because they make sense. Everything that makes sense don't mean that it's true. All right, so what makes it true is that after it makes sense, I go and check and to see if I can verify what it is you're talking about. So many times, bro, brothers and sisters, truth troopers, truth disciples, children of Israel, children of the light, the people, they already have an internal hatred inside them for the Most High. Already. They don't want to follow the guidelines and rules. Therefore, when it comes to that book, the Bible, anything that somebody may present that'll massage their ego, or that'll help them feel or compliment or give any type of credence and sign and validation to an ungodly lifestyle, hey, they gonna run with it. Don't be moved. Don't get upset or train yourself. You know, I had to get to that point. Understand, man, we can't convince nobody. Everybody gonna be who they is in the end. And they already who they are right now. They gonna choose who they gonna serve every day. The talk of the lips is only tended to period. So the people can say and speak a lot of stuff, but their actions gonna show if we really believe. I had a conversation with my barber yesterday, and within the conversation, he was saying that in the conclusion of things, you know, the Most High ain't gonna ask about the tribes or your religion and your culture. Okay, I can go with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I can go with him on that. But here's the thing. The book tells us if we only believe, what is the difference? The demons believe that it's one God and they tremble. So you got devils and demons that believe in the Most High more than believers of the Most High. So what's the differentiating factor? Keeping the commandments. This is our safeguard. And I'm going somewhere with this. This is why this book is spoken against. This is why they don't want us in this book. This is why so much controversy in it. Notice and understand why when people have an alternate viewpoint on God or the Most High, right? Or they want to validate any philosophy that's contrary to this book, they always have to go against this book. No matter what ideology, if it's Scientology, Egyptology, the Nuwapian thing, the Pan-Africanism, they always have to make some kind of reference to this book to validate what they believe. Many false gods, many false teachings. But the people heaping unto themselves teachers having itching ears because they don't want to follow the guidelines. They don't want to follow the rules. That the Most High got everything, got instruction, and it got a purpose and a way to be used, including mankind, including these human beings. All right, but nonetheless, what I want to go through is his sheep know his voice. So no matter where that voice come from, when we know that it's of the Most High, we gonna hear that. It might not come in the fashion and the form that we want it to come in every time. But this was where the wisdom kick in. This is where the Holy Spirit kick in for brothers and sisters. Well, I ain't got to worry about the messenger. I'm listening to what they saying, and what they saying line up with what the Most High said. Let's get some over out. I'm gonna share my screen right quick, man. Another reason why they hate this book. But this why we got to cleave to the Most High, family. I'm not here to convince nobody. You going to believe what you going to believe, and you going to do what you going to do. My job is only to be a person who, when you stand before the judgment seat of the Most High, you will not be able to say, Father, I didn't know that that's what it said or that's what it was about. I didn't know that. Now he going to say, well, I sent Paisley. I sent so-and-so. They were there that want you. You had the choice to listen or reject it. You rejected it. You going to get, everybody going to get rewarded. Everybody's going to get rewarded. So let me show this though. Let me get some facts to mind to brag on the Most High and stand on their faith and show you why this book is the book of all books. Why this is the right way. Not to be confused, man. Watch this. I'm gonna share my screen, man. Share my screen. Tell me if any of these other philosophies and doctrines that people and mankind got, if it can do what I'm finna show you right now. Look at this.
Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap.
This Isaiah
The
17.
cities of Aroer are forsaken. They shall be for flocks which shall lie down, and none shall make them afraid. The fortress also shall cease from Ephraim, and the kingdom from Damascus, and the remnant of Syria. They shall be as the glory of the children of Israel, saith the Lord of hosts.
This is out the Bible. Now listen, this is Damascus. He said Damascus will be a ruinous heap. Prove all things. I can verify what this book says. I can show you out in the world what this book is saying. It's a ruinous day, Damascus currently. But Isaiah 17 was wrote hundreds of years ago. Hundreds of years ago now. Look at that. Prophecy, a book of prophecy. It can tell you the future. It's going to tell you the past. It's effective as of right now, what's going on present day. This book got too much power, man. And guess what? This book is written for our people. It's another reason. This why identity is important, man. Your identity matters. This is why it's so much controversy around. Who is these black? They black, they African American, they Negro. And I know some of what I'm saying is milk to some of y'all, but you gotta understand every day it is people waking up. It's people waking up every day to the truth. I'm gonna pause it. That's enough of that. That's what I want y'all to see, though. That's what I want you to see. Y'all see how it was a ruinous heap. This 100 years, hundreds of years ago out of this book before it even happened. Whole bunch of more prophecies that didn't been fulfilled, and more that's being fulfilled and gonna be fulfilled. All right, so this is what we gotta understand. This is to refresh the saints, man. We gotta understand it, man. The Most High is real, and all day long you got demons and spirits gonna be pulling and tugging to try to take your faith from you. Stand strong, king. Stand strong, queen. Stand strong, brother, sister. Man, we got to hold it down, I'm trying to tell you, and pass it on along. Again, don't get too tied up with trying to convince. No, listen, his sheep know his voice. You didn't have to get stabbed, shot, robbed, beat down. None of that in order to come into the fold. And this is what I'm saying. You got people that every day, that all it takes is for you to understand the necessity, the importance of it. It ain't going to be no excuse. People hate their jobs, but yet they get up tired, mad, upset, confused, sick. They find a ride if they ain't got a vehicle, and they gonna get there. They hate the boss. They hate the manager. They hate the leads. They hate doing the work, but yet they still will go. Why? Because they say, well, I'm going to put up with it. I'm going to tolerate all of that just so I can take care of the need, which is to feed myself or my family. Nobody got to convince them, hey, get up and go to work, man. Get out the bed, man. Set your alarm, man. None of that. They going to do it on their own. So guess what? When it comes to the faith in the Most High, everybody going to get what they deserve, man. Everybody. All right, so moving on along, though. I have to share this information because as it's brought to me, I understand just like a classroom. If it's one person that feels a certain way, or even if it's a group of the people that they all have that same common thought and disagree on everything else, that one common thought has to be dealt with because there's many people that feel that way. So what I'm going to show here, it'll be a portion in and out of a video of a man speaking about the scriptures. All right, his standpoint on it, but I understand that it'll be babes in the faith, those who are strong in the faith in other cases, they need to be strengthened. They might run across this information and be swayed. They might end up being confused. Others in case they might not know how to deal with it all together. So my job is I'm gonna put it on Front Street. We're gonna go through it, look at it, and shred it for the falsehood that it is. That way we can be strengthened in the faith and to the teachers that's tuned in. Understand it. Don't be afraid to go into adverse knowledge and information. Sometimes for us to be the vessel that's needed to pull somebody out of the fire, you got to go in the fire. You got to see what it is that they're dealing with. What is this doctrine that they're learning, that they're being persuaded by? If you don't know nothing about it, then you can't meet them where they at in order to help them get past it and show them the problem or the issue. So we're not to be just alone be studying the Bible, the scriptures, the Apocrypha, and the oracles that's passed down from our forefathers and foremothers for our heritage. Now we got to be studying things outside of that as well. We got to be astute on some of those things too. All right. But before we jump into it, let's open up. I want to kick it off with 2 Timothy 2. I did get a mic check, so a drop of 7 in the comment section if the visual coming through clear. If the audio coming through clear, drop a 7 in the comments. We're going to 2 Timothy 2. 2 Timothy. I appreciate that, Big Brandon Living. 2 Timothy 2 is where we're going. His sheep know his voice, man. So when we see, if you see, brothers and sisters just seeming to fall out of the faith, understand, like, if people being swayed by foolishness, more than likely, it's never sudden. It's never sudden. It's always been there. It's been dormant. And they just needed a reason to leave or walk away. But if you real, it's just like this here. If me and you, we got history together. We best friends. However you want to imagine a relationship. I got history built with you. I done been through some things with you, man. We got history. Again, I'm going to say that. But then somebody come to me and tell me something about you that they heard. And based off what they said about you that they only heard, I say, I'm done with you. We can't be cool no more. We ain't friends. I'm done. I was never your friend. I was never your partner. We were never in a brotherhood or a sisterhood. Why? Because if we are real and we yoked like that, somebody say something, I gotta go verify. Hold on, partner. Hold on, homie. Hold on, bro. First off, you out of line. How you talking about my guy? How you talking about my sister? But anyhow, hey, let's go holler. Let me go verify and check to see if this is actually factual what you speaking on. But if I don't feel like I might have already had some type of perspective about you. I knew it. I knew he was like that. I knew she was like that. I just needed a reason to cut you off. You understand it? Do y'all understand, family? So that's the same type of thing that goes on with the Most High. If a person feel like they can turn their back on the Most High or walk away from the faith based off something they heard or don't understand, but the history is still there with the Most, you don't need verification. You was never rocking with the Most High. Because for my soul, for my insurance, I'm going to go check to see if what you talking about is actually true. Instead of just believing it and walking away. Come on, man. We got to let's be real here. 2 Timothy chapter 2, though. But this was going on. 2 Timothy chapter 4. Let's see, verse 3. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. They won't endure or appreciate it and dwell and constantly keep and hold fast to teachings that's solid. All right. It says, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So because you saying something that I don't want to hear, I need somebody that's going to scratch this itch in my ear. This is what I want to hear about. Even what I see out a lot of times, people will say, but I don't hear nobody talking about this. Okay, well, if you don't hear nobody talking about it, you be the one to talk about it. If you don't hear nobody, even aside don't hear nobody talking about it, you don't know what everybody is saying. You ain't heard every conversation. Stop. Look further, look deeper. You might find that somebody actually is. And if not, take it upon yourself to be that soldier to fill in the gap. All right, but nonetheless, the people they're going to heap to themselves after their own. I want to be able to justify my wickedness. Therefore, I need a teacher or somebody that's going to tell me that it's okay. Yes, you can do that. That's right. I need that, which is a weakness within itself. It's a wickedness within itself. If I'm getting download straight from the source, why do I need a teacher to tell me anything? You see what I'm saying? But it's confusion and the people forget. So, man, this is a spiritual war. Believe it or not, man, it's spirits and entities and forces that you can't see that's always on the prowl to influence a person, to guide a person, to mislead a person. A person will feel like, okay, I just got to download. The spirit spoke to me. Okay, the spirit spoke to you. What spirit was it? What spirit was that? It's many spirits. And then if you're going to identify the spirit, what's the conversation? You got to line it up and filter it through the book, man. The people not doing it. They say, listen, forget the book. The only book I need is Facebook. They don't have an appreciation of nature no more. Mankind don't. It's dwindling because instead of us looking up in the sky, whereas if I step out and I look up in the sky and I see the firmament, I see the clouds, see the moon, the star, the sun, feel the wind, the grass, and the fowls of the earth flying around chirping. Appreciate it. People won't even stop and do that. Why? Because their faces are in the phone looking down. But if I stand out on that ground and look up in the sky, I'll realize how small I am in comparison to the Creator. What he made, what he did, his design. But we too busy. The people are too busy. We on internet searching and seeking what's going to make us feel good. He said, don't prophesy. Hey, listen, don't prophesy to us what's right. Preach unto us smooth things that's good. Don't tell me that I'm going to go to hell for this. Don't tell me that I'm demon possessed. Don't tell me that because I'm a liar, I can burn in the lake of fire forever. Don't tell me that, okay, this interracial agenda that they pushing on a high level. All the movies and episodes you constantly seeing. Don't tell me that that's against the Most High. I got a video I'm going to share with y'all of how they operate with the children. We're going to go to it, but here we are. 2 Timothy 4, verse 3 says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fable. So we're gonna put down what's true. That's like what we just went over. Isaiah 17, what we just seen prophecy. Well, we see the bill of a prophecy now leading to the mark of the beast. And we talk about the prophecy all the time, how we got over to this country on slave ships and how many of our people were already here. That's prophecy from the book. So we're going to put this book down of truth to open our ears to fables of devils and demons, which is all meant for you to burn in the lake of fire with the false prophet and the beast and Satan, that old serpent called the devil. His judgment already set. He wants you to burn with him. We heard the old adage, misery love company, and guess what? He wants you to be there keeping them company. It's all good. All right. Let me go somewhere else right quick before we jump into the video. Go to Titus. Go to Titus 1. Titus chapter 1. He said, his sheep know his voice, though, man. It means his sheep really is if I'm homeless, if I'm in a hospital bed, if I'm in jail, man, it don't matter where I'm at in the world, his sheep know his voice. So when he speaks, no matter what vessel he used to talk to me, I'm going to hear it. Man, female, animal, creature, you know what I'm saying, Jew or Gentile. When he speaks, I'm going to hear it if I'm healed. But if I don't belong to him, I want to hear what the devil got to say. And for many people, don't understand. Everybody ain't a child of the Most High. Many of these people are the children of Satan. And here we are trying to convince them. Ain't no convincing, family. Let's get to it. So we in Titus 1 verse 10 though. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. So you got people that's out here, they converting whole houses, the husband, the wife, and the children, and the dog. All of them on this false doctrine. All of them on this Antichrist doctrine. All of them atheists. All right, but the book said their mouths must be stopped. So for those who are teachers, we got to step it up. I talked about it last time. I've been in a season, and I'm still going to be that person where I can understand, you know, what people are, what you believe. Okay, I'm not mad at you for not believing what I believe. I'm not. That's going to be on you. However, when it comes to a time where a person feeling like they going to push it off on me or bully me with some demon talk, no, man, we in a season now. We soldiers, man. We warriors of the Most High. The book, this is what we have forgotten as Israelites. We think we're supposed to be these candy cane, cuddly little fairy, fluffy, plushy little creatures. No, it said that when we came out of Egypt, when the Father brought us out of Egypt, the Most High brought us out, the other nations had already heard about us and they were shook. Guess the reputation that we got. These folks will really slay something. These folks will really kill, they'll really go in on you. But here we are, we got a different mindset. There's a conversation for another time. All right, but here we are again, Titus 1, verse 11. It says, whose mouths must be stopped. So I'm going to show you something. This is what we're talking about. I'm sharing my screen again. So we're going to go through this video, brothers and sisters, portions of it, and we're going to point out these lies that's detected. Because it's people who tuned into this fellow. I ain't mad at him. I ain't got a problem with him, but I do have an issue with their spirit that's speaking through him. That's who I'm at war with. All right, let me pull it up here. Here we go. So check it out. Let's listen to him.
But who was Israel? Do we remember who Israel was? A lot of us don't. Because Israel's real name wasn't even Israel. His real name was Jacob. People forget that.
Notice the title.
This is why the Jewish people, right? You want to call them Jews? These are the most powerful human beings on the planet. They own all the banks. They own all the courtrooms and all the Jews, right?
All right, so we're gonna stop right here. All right, we finna shred it. We're gonna shred this. Why is it important? Because people hearing this and they believing it. He said the Jews, they own all the court systems, so they running it. And he's saying that we can't be the true Hebrew Israelites, which I don't even use that term. I just say Israelite or Hebrew. We can't be them. And these are the reasons why. All right. So he made mention that they run everything. Let's go to Revelation. This for those who may not know. If you tuning in over Facebook or YouTube, you will see it today or later. I need you to see this. I'm getting the blood out of my hands and shaking the dust out of my feet at the same time. Revelation chapter 2 and 9. So we talking true Jews. We talking true Hebrews. We talking true Israelites. This is what we got to remember. We're going to see if what he said can be verified by the book that he's talking against, the history that he's talking against. All right, the foundation that he's contending with. Revelation 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty. Stop. If I'm in poverty, extreme poorness, a state of having nothing, listen, I'm deprived at a great level. I don't own no banks. I don't own no court systems. I don't own anything. More than likely, I'm probably homeless, or I'm on the brink of becoming homeless. He said, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So why are we going here? Because listen, the people who the world is recognizing, those who sleep, those who not studious, those who ain't accepted the truth, they not aware, or they rejecting the fact that the people who claiming to be Jews right now, these are false Jews. They Jewish. They not us. We the true Jews. But the book is telling us right here, the true Jews is in poverty. So how can the true Jews be running the bank and owning the court systems? That's a strike. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me share it again. And I gotta say, I'll save it. Let's get to it. I'll save it. We'll get to that. We're gonna go back to it.
And these Jews are the real Israelites.
They the real Israelites.
That's what they gave our 40 acres and a mule to. The Jews.
Okay.
And the Jews consist of 12 tribes plus one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this is where the 13 bloodlines come from. 12
tribes plus one. And then he goes in to say, this is where the 13 families come from. Now, if you're not aware, your 13 families consist of your Rockefellers, your Rothschilds, your Waltons. If I'm not mistaken, your Silversteins and your Goldsteins. These are people who, like, they had the monopoly on gold and so on and so forth. This your Koch family, your Windsor family, your Morgan, your J.P. Morgan now. You know, J.P. Morgan came in a time where America's being industrialized. So he had a major hand within iron. He used it and got to the point where he started running everything because he was able to lend to the government. He was like the head guy using his earn so much so that it put him in a position of power. Your train tracks and railroads and all that. Yeah, so that dude, if he's had a hand for that throughout all the country, no way can this man, who's supposed to be a Jew according to what Rashad Jamal is saying, no way can he be in poverty. So how can he be a Jew? All right, we're talking Waltons. This is what we get Walmart from. A store that's so freaking powerful, family. They got so much to where if no matter where you at in the country, if I come to your neighborhood and you got these little mom and pop stores and gas stations and other little stores, you know, that you need, convenience stores. Once I set up that Walmart in your neighborhood, man, you gonna lose maybe half, maybe 50% of your customers. And the thing being, because you can come to Walmart and get everything you need right there in one spot. Walmart is a part of the reason why so many of the Sears stores are closing out, if you don't know that. Sears came and knocked a lot of people out the box because it was one of the first department stores. Prior to Sears, people wasn't really used to seeing a store that had your clothes over here and your car parts over there. So this is the evolution, if you will, of the stores. So much so to now we're at the point where Walmart, people get stuck in Walmart, being there 2-3 hours, 4 hours. I only came here to shop and spend $50, but I ended up spending about $230 because he got everything I need. That's from your Walton family. Walmart, Walton. So these people, and they got several of them throughout the country, these are supposed to be the people in the 12 tribes, according to Rashad Jamal. And the book is telling us that these 12 tribes, these real Jews, gonna be in poverty. If I own Walmart, I'm one of the furthest people from being in poverty, family. Hey, Mir, here you salute to you, son. Here you salute to you. All right, let's get back to it, man. Let's jump back into it. This is important because, again, you have some people on the fence about it. So I'm just trying to give y'all ammunition. Don't be moved by it, man. Can't nothing, no book, nowhere continue with what the Bible says. In no form or fashion. If they want to talk about text and it being what's older, listen, before we had it in the book codex form as it is, it was on scrolls. Recto, verso, we ain't going into all that. Come on, man. Let's get back to it.
They run the world to this day.
They run the world.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. I appreciate you, King. Who's that? King Kelvin. King Kelvin. I hope I ain't fucking your name up, God. My apologies if I am. It's just all bunched together as far as the pronunciation. But yeah. So we got to remember that Israel, when you say Hebrew, Israelite, okay, Hebrew is a Greek word. And what color were the Greeks? White.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Now, Israel, right? This is why we are not Hebrew Israelites, right?
So
this is all part of financial literacy, though, because all the Israelites are your Jews, right? This is why they call it jewelry. Our diamonds and crystals are diamonds and crystals. But because the Jews took over everything, they now call that jewelry.
Yeah.
Right? Because they own it now. They took it from us, right? They even say when you're giving somebody some deep information, you're giving them what? Jewels.
Okay, stop. Okay, the information for me is funny. It's very laughable. I'm tripping over here. I'm really laughing at the cap that's going on. But on a serious note, it's people that hear this unedified or educated, and they will believe that. That's a problem for me. No, I can't go for it. So in the case, he said we can't be Hebrews because Hebrews is a Greek word. Okay. But we'll have this same person will say we melanated beings. Now, if we go into the etymology of melanated, melanin, the origin of that word, guess what it is? It's Greek. So if we use that same perspective, we can't even call ourselves melanated. But that makes sense to people who have itching ears. Oh man, that makes so much sense. He's right. Man, stop the cap, man. No, this is foolishness. Man, this is a beautiful example of what foolishness really look like. Man, I'm telling you, and really will. King said he freestyling. This is a fact. And I want to be clear about this. This message is not about this guy. It's not about him. It's about what he's saying. It's about what he's saying. I don't know what else he's teaching on everything, but when it comes to that, talking about being Israelites and true, now he it's a voice to contend with your heritage. Your identity matter. The things that we've been through, suffered, experience, is all of that ties into our identity, family. I'm telling the barber yesterday, it's no people on the face of the earth that can share or has the same type of history as we do. Even what I heard before, they say, oh, well, you know, everybody been enslaved. All races have been in slavery before. Okay, if I agree with you, show me the race that has been in captivity at the capacity that we have. Ain't nobody went through it like we have. Ain't nobody got codes within the country's documents who for citizens in the country, being African American, being black, or whatever you're gonna label us, according to them, black codes, where they put laws in place specifically against us. You ain't seen no other race had to get together as a group marching through the downtowns of the cities with postboards saying our lives matter. You ain't saw that because we are, you gotta wonder, why is that? Because we special, you know what I mean? And within it, we get it in a way that nobody get it because we are the closest thing to the Most High now. He chose us, family. And it's because of the system that they didn't spend billions on to keep us food, to keep us disconnected from our heritage, to keep us from the knowledge of who we really are in our identity. This is how it's so easy for me to hate somebody that look like me, but yet be ready to lay down in a puddle of water for another race of people so that they won't have to get their shoes wet. This is the mentality of my people. The true Jews, the Israelites. This is why it's important, man. So when you got somebody telling you that that's not what you are, in other words, they tell you, hey, stay in sin. If nobody gonna get their head bust, man, you best believe an Israelite is battle Most High. We can't do what these other nations do, man. We can't live. He set us apart. He set us apart to be a special people, and that's what we are. Let's get some more, though. Let's get some more, man. Now we get more. There's more clarity on if the Jews own all this stuff. How can they be the true Jews? All right, so it's okay to read, but we need comprehension. All right, and aside from it, just going back, he said dropping jewels. Not only do they drop jewels, he said they call it dropping gems. Let's be real here, man. But you got people being swayed by this foolishness. That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm. Here it is out. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh man, we gotta stop it, family. Hey man, so look, now we feel let's get back. Let me jump back here. Okay, y'all. Okay, let me. Oh, I didn't share my screen. Excuse me. Let me share the screen again. I'm tripping. I'm over here tripping off of it. Let's see. Let me take that back, man. Y'all missed it. Let me take it back.
Before the J's get added, right? Israelites stem from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Right? But what was Israel's real name? Jacob. And anciently, it's really Jacob is what? Yakub.
Okay, we're gonna
Yakub is who? Another name for Satan.
Where you get that from?
In the Hebrew text, it was no J's. So they had that was Y's. Yakub. Before the J's get added. Right? Just like they wasn't calling him Jesus. They was calling him Yahweh. Because they was using Y's back then. Go look at the ancient Hebrew text. Go study it. Okay? Now, how did Jacob become Israel? Because he did what? In the Bible, they tell you that Jacob wrestled with who? An angel. And got his ass whooped. And then changed his name to Israel.
Okay.
The things that make you go,
Right. Hey, he on point when he says this. The things that make you say, So let's get some verification, man. Start with the cap. Start with the super cap. So let's get the story. Let's go to Genesis 28. Genesis 28. Did Jacob wrestle with an angel and get his whoop? Let's see. Let's see that is this true, man. See, we gotta have the Berean mindset. We just said the Bereans, they went and searched the scriptures to verify and see if it was so. The thing that they were being taught with that, let me go make sure this dude ain't just saying whatever, man. People believe in anything, and the problem becomes they hear this and then they'll go repeat that. Genesis 28. Let's see. Yeah, Genesis 28. Nah, I want Genesis 32. Genesis 32. That's what we want. And I'm going to start with 24. Genesis 32, 24. Let's see. Peace and blessing. More you tuned in, I don't even see you here. But shalom. Hey, Brandon Lewis. Peace and blessing to you, Saint. Shalom. Hey, Sister V. Shalom. Shalom. All right, let's get it, man. Genesis 32, 24. It says, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. Comprehension. We got to practice this. Who was the he? Who was the him? Who was his? Who was it talking about? Pay attention. We got to look at it. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. So now we know that the thigh who was the one who touched the thigh is the angel. All right, and the person whose thigh is out of joint is Jacob. But Jacob wrestled while his thigh out of joint. Man, this gotta be some type of powerful dude right here. How you wrestling in your thigh out of joint? Let's keep going. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. The angel saying, hey, let me go. Jacob saying, I ain't gonna let you go. All right, 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince has thou power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. So in that case, if we looking at it, Jacob didn't lose. Jacob wrestled the angel so much, the angel, he told him, hey, listen, I'm not going to let you go till you bless me. And the angel did just that. Okay, I'm going to change your name. Which this is another thing, family. If we don't understand, he gonna mention, he gonna say, talking about, you know, if a person loses or get that is whooped, and you change your name, that really means you got whooped. But we can't forget, why did they call Mike Tyson Iron Mike? Why are they now using this term, the GOAT? I'm saying that to say, family, that names or nicknames or these titles that change in terms of certain cases for glory too. You know, you get a nickname for doing something wonderful, being established, or to show or give credence to a certain status that you gain. Man, come on, man. But the people. So let me get some on it. We seeing her, he wrestled, but let's get a little more. Let's get another witness. They go to Hosea 12. Hosea 12 to verify Jacob didn't lose. And his name got changed. That was a part of the blessing. Hosea chapter 12, family. I'm going to hit verse 2. Hosea chapter 12, verse 2. In the reason it says, the Most High have also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways. According to his doings will he recompense him. He, that he being Jacob, he took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength, his being Jacob, he had power with the Most High. He being Jacob. Verse 4 says, yea, he had power over the angel and prevailed. All right, and right there is very clear. He said, if I got power over something and I prevail, that means I won. I didn't lose. So what is this fella talking about? Who is he? Who is he an agent of? Not of the light. Not of the light. All right, then he mentioned, he said Jacob is Jacob. Jacob is another name for Satan. Okay, well, I need that verified ASAP. But other than that, what he referred to when he say Jacob, you got a story called The Big Head Scientist. All right, matter of fact, I got it here. So I'm going to share some of this story. I'm going to share some of it. This is, again, for the teachers and just for us to be edified to, you don't want somebody to come to you with some information and you just completely ignorant about it. And when I say ignorant, it's not to be used as to be disrespectful. It means that you don't know. You want to know a little something about it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times the Most High allow these things to come to us so that we can go into them to learn about them, because you're going to need that information later for another soul. But let's get it. So I'm going to share my screen. Once again, we're gonna pause him, and we're gonna go to this big head scientist thing. Stick with me. I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section too, so that y'all will have it.
Amsa offered his daughter Princess Lucina to be a wife of King Fuelkor.
You go back some.
Certain tribes of human beings. The teachings of the Shayuk are so profound that when they come to the earth's surface to teach, they are often called deities, gods, priests, prophets, messengers, and seers, and because of this fact, the Shayuk have strict laws which limit the interaction of Shayuk tribal members' contact with the humans on the surface.
Right, so
the Shayuk commonly interact and have mixed.
It's saying that these people or these beings, they live in a hollow earth. This is what it's saying. So this is your code, like it say right here. the story of Jacob and Yashmael. All right, big head signs. I want y'all to be aware of this. So this won't be nothing new to your ears when somebody come with it and you're confused about it, or none of that. Be on game.
And with the surface world humans called the Danakil or Danakil, also known as the Afar people, in present-day Eritrea, Djibouti, Ethiopia, and Somalia. The chief of the Shayuk is named King Fukur, and his daughter is named Princess Radiya, and two of his brothers are named Amo and Yishak, who has always been jealous of his brother King Fukur. King Fukur's brother Amo had fallen in love with a surface-dwelling human female, and he would sneak to the surface world to visit her, and would also pass himself off to the surface-dwelling humans as a psychic and a magician, and for these acts, Amo was exiled to live on the surface, 20 miles outside of the present-day city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. As long as the people in the inner earth spent most of their life in the inner earth, then they will not die. However, to be exiled to the surface world means a person from inner earth will eventually die like the mortals on the surface. In the caverns adjacent to the Shayuk, resides another group of nobles called the Sinin. The Sinin are also highly intelligent, but also have a fighting spirit. The Sinin are between 5 feet to 7 feet tall and have a variety of complexions from yellow to brown, and they are hairless and are most noted for their cone-shaped heads. The Sinin commonly interact and have mixed with surface world humans including the ancient Egyptians, the Olmecs in present-day Central America, the Mangatoug people in the African Congo, and the Paracas people in Peru. The chief of the Sinin is named King Lamsa, and his daughter is named Princess Lucina, and his son is named Prince Atif. One of the wretched group of beings which resides inside the earth is called the Samin. The Samin are grotesquely obese, pale, with long elephant-like noses, and are very negative and aggressive. The Samin were actually the manifested evil grafted out of the Sinin on their home world prior to these beings arriving on Earth.
So we just
Since the Samin were grafted out of the
getting the story behind the, the buildup of this Jacob, who he's saying is Jacob. Now, so far, anybody who's studious on the book and the scriptures, we already know all the backdrop of this story already is different from what the words say. And here's something that's like I didn't mention it, but he's gonna say, that these are the same people, right? So my question posed to anybody, even as I gave to the brother who sent me this video, if I say, let me stop the show right now. If I say, hey, I love Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? When he played for the Bulls and, his shoes, they are right too. But, man, I really feel like, man, he killed that role in Creed, man. He did his thing when he played Killmonger in the Black Panther. What's the problem and conundrum of what I'm talking about when I say that? Somebody tell me. Well, if I say Michael Jordan, his shoes are right. He did his thing for the Bulls. But I think he's a better actor. I loved when he played the role of Killmonger in Black Panther. And, when he played in Creed, like his last movie that just came out. What's the problem with what I'm saying? Just that fast. Let me see that. They will know your job. What y'all get? What y'all saying? Okay, it's two different people. It's two different Michaels. That's right. So this is what I'm saying. This is why it's important, because it's another Paisley Brown. It's another you. They got the same name. That don't mean that we the same. So just because you got the same, you can't just automatically say, who is Jacob? Jacob is Jacob. Jacob is another name for Satan. The foolishness, though. This is what I'm saying, family. It's several people with the name Jacob. It's several people with the name Jacob. That don't mean that they the same people. We can't all group them all into one and say that this is him. No, that's two totally different Michael Jordans. Now, Michael Jordan played in Space Jam. Yeah, this is a fact. But after that, no, nothing else. Now, let's get back to it. So we're going to go back into this. I ain't try to do that. Let's see. We're finna go back into sharing the screen for the big head scientists. Let's get some more of that. They gotta show it. But what would be more conducive? I think y'all really get it. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna share this link. I'm gonna drop it. Let y'all go watch it in y'all time. Let's see. Let y'all watch it in y'all spare time. And then y'all will be able to see what's really going on. So here it is right here. Let's see. Let me type this first so y'all be able to know what it is, what this link for. Big head scientists. Big head scientists are okay. I want that together, not separate. Big head scientists, and just drop that link right there. There we go. So I just dropped it in the comments for y'all. What you gonna find out, as it was giving you the history of the two kings and these different people, those Sunni, the fat things with the elephant noses, is gonna say that they got out, went to the Shiuk's land, village, tore up and burned some stuff. The king of the Shiuk sent the message to the Conehead king, told him I ain't holding it down. In order to make a treaty to bring peace, the Conehead king give his daughter, the princess Conehead, to the king of the big heads. All right, the king of the big heads give his daughter to the prince of the Coneheads. These people, okay, they intermingle. So the princess of the Coneheads with the king of the big heads, the Shiuk, they have a child. Well, let me stop. They don't have a child. The Conehead queen get with the brother that hated the Shiuk king. They go behind the back and they infidelity. They creep to the surface to the other brother who was cast out, and then they have a baby. The baby that they have is that Yaakov. The Yaakov kid, he come to 8 years old. The people teasing him about his head being so big. He get negative and he say, well, he tell his uncle, I'm gonna create a people that's gonna be albino, basically white people, and they gonna rule over the dark race people. This is what he tell them. They gonna commit evil. They gonna do it. All right. So that same dude grow up and he lead on to this thing, and he go to jail. He got followers. The king say, "How can we make this work?" He said, "Well, give us our own land ships," and they sell out. Now they on the ships. The people consummating the flesh, and what they end up doing, all the brighter toned children, he kept them, but the darker toned children, he killed them and threw them overboard. All right, so much so he kept doing it till he created a race of people within his story that all of them was like. All right. Now going back to the child that was had with the princess of the Shiuk with the Conehead prince. They have a child named Yashmal. In the inner earth where they live, the big head ain't a problem, so they praise him. Hey man, that's what's up. You know, hey, big head scientists. It was a good term. Both of them named big head scientists. One is the evil one, one is the good one. So this Yashmal, he say, man, you know what? Because of the evil and wickedness in the world, I'm gonna create a people that's righteousness, and that's what they gonna hearken to, and they gonna rule and end all the evil. Who is that then? This is what I'm saying. This is what the question that has to be answered. All right, but nonetheless, family, I want us to be astute on this. We want to be aware of this, not be swindled by it. But let's get back into what he's saying. Let's get back to it. Let me show some more. But in short, to be clear, these are not the same people. This ain't even the same story.
Bible, go read the story. They wrote it, not me. Jacob wrestled with an angel. And after wrestling with that angel, he rechanged his name to Israel. Now, this is how you know that Jacob got his ass whooped, because if he didn't get, first off, if I wrestle with somebody and I change my name from Rashad to David, what does that mean? Nigga, whoop my ass.
This is
nigga had to whip my whole ass. Because the nigga ain't just get his ass whooped, nigga changed his whole name.
That's the only way we get a name change.
Right? I'm just helping you remember. Right? He changed his whole name.
We know that's false. We just went over there.
Now, that's a mighty ass whipping. Nigga whipped your ass so bad you changed your name, nigga. See, people forget that. Hebrew Israelite. But they be forgetting that Israel's real name was Jacob first. He was Jacob. And then he wrestled with an angel and changed his name to Israel. And from that, you get the 12 tribes of Israel. Look, the lion comes from the Lyrans, right? Which is an advanced extraterrestrial race from the Sirius star system, the Lyrans, right? This is why they try to show the Judaism, call it what? The Lion of Judah, right? The Lion of Judah. That's what they call him. They even took our Makerba too, didn't they? David's star, the Star of David, right? That's not David's star though. That's our ancient Makerba. So you got to understand who the Jews are and why they run the world to this day, right?
They run the world.
Judicial system, jewelry. Somebody said juice, all of that. And let's not forget what they put in the juice. So when we talking finances, right? You got to ask yourself, who run and control all the banks? The Jews do. Who did they give our 40 acres and a mule to? The Jews.
Okay. So let's get some more. Let's shred that too. Let's shred that some more. So if the Jews are the ones who have the 40 acres, and we know we didn't get it. Again, we read Revelation 2:9. He said, I know that poverty. Revelation 3:9 going to tell us the same thing. But let's get some more identifying factors for this. If those are the Jews, let's go to Song of Solomon. This is for anybody else who tuned in. You might not be aware of these verses within the scripture. So let me jump into it. Let's get more verification. Say, prove all things. So I'm in Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I'm going to read this. We need to know, because what he's saying is, we're not the Israelites. We can't be the true Israelites. But I'm here to tell you that what he's saying is false. We are the Israelites. All right, Song of Solomon 1:5 says, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me, because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. So here in the scripture, he's saying, I'm black. He letting you know what he looked like. He letting you know his visage is dark. Those people who saying that they Jews, the Jewish, they don't have the same complexion. Let's get some more. Even what I heard people say who contend with the scriptures, they say, you know, with these people, they've been practicing this stuff for years. They've been keeping the commandments for years. They've been passing that down through generation to generation. This is another telltale sign how we know they're not the real Jews. Why? Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. Matter of fact, I'll start with 1 so we can have the context on what's being said. All right, it says, the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars. Whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. So we talking Judah. This is a tribe. He's referring to a kingdom as well, the southern kingdom. It says, O my mountain, in the field I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Now, we check world history. World history. And if we only focus on these people who saying that they Jewish, you ain't going to see within their history that they've ever had to serve their enemies in a land that they were foreign to like that. If we talk in Germany, that would been put into these the gas chambers and so on and so forth, as the story goes. But they always had the heritage to say, well, yeah, we're going to keep the Sabbath. We're going to wear the zeeks. We're going to have the little curly sideburns. We're going to stay away from those things that's, contrary to what the Father said in the dietary law. We've been told, hey, smash that shrimp. Let's have a crab leg party. Hey, if we're going to cook and grill, hey, where them pork chops at? We want pork ribs. We want pork hot dogs, pork smoked sausages. That's swine. We ain't been taught not to consume those things according to the dietary law. Why? Because we the true Jews and we discontinue from that heritage. We didn't know that. We just now starting to get back into this thing. All right, so he said, I'm going to cut you off. You're going to stop doing what I gave you. All right, but these people, they've been doing it for the longest, family. This is a telltale sign. They are not the true Jews. All right, let me see. Let's go to Job 30 and 30. Let's get something else. We still prove that this book is for people that look like me and you. And then we got to go past what it looked like, because not only you got to have that bloodline. All right, but Job 30 and 30, what did Job say? Job said, my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat. So Job saying the same thing. But let's say that that's not enough, though. There's Old Testament, brother. Let's go to the New Testament. Let me get you something else. Let's go to Acts. The book of Acts, chapter 13. Acts chapter 13. Highlight. Okay. Yeah. Acts 13 and 1. It says, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called, some will pronounce it as Niger, some will pronounce it as Niger, some will pronounce it as nigger. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to offend anybody who tuned in, who may be offended by that word, but we get it out the book. Here it is. Let me see if I can put that in the camera. Can you see that? He said it was called Niger or nigger. What does that word, the definition of that word? Black. So that was calling us that in the book here. This is our book, man. Those people over there saying that they Jews, that own the banks, that run the world according to this, man, they do not fit the description of the Jews and the Israelites in the book. Falsehood. Lies detected. All right, let's keep going though. That's right, Caleb. Everybody that look like us ain't a part of the bloodline, man. Let me see, man. And just like you said about it, let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Let's get some more verification. Which I'm really like, dude said what he's saying, and I really don't even care to even go back into showing anything else that he got to say. I think we didn't smash it enough, those of us who are aware. But to drive the point even further, though, to verify and identify that we are the true Jews. We are the true Hebrews. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. And all we got to do is check world history and see if the people who saying that they Jews, who've been saying that they Jews for centuries, who who was made a state in 1948, took to the land of Israel on ships, not in chains of bondage, but assisted by world governments. See if they ever went through any of these things listed in Deuteronomy 28 or Leviticus 26. But here go Deuteronomy 28, right? This is a part of the account within the Torah and the instruction is where the Most High had Moses tell the children of Israel and the 12 tribes, look, if y'all obey the Most High, this is how he gonna bless you. But if y'all don't listen and disobey and don't keep his commandments, these are the things that you're gonna suffer. These are the consequences or the curses that y'all gonna have to endure. All right, Deuteronomy 28, verse 46, where I want to hit first, or 45. Nope, so like 45 and 46. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So these consequences, these signs, these conditions that these Israelites will be in and go through, these are going to be telltale signs that you're going to be, no matter what they are, these are the people of the Most High. This is how you identify them. So let's go up, let's see some of these curses. What I got here? Let's go to 46. Well, we got 40, I'm sorry, 36. It says, the Lord shall bring thee, and thy king which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. The Jewish people, they're not serving wood and stone. They might go to the wall and pray and all that, but they don't bow down and reverence wood and stone. But my people do, in the sense that the stone, they keep this cross on their neck. So like that's the wood. But the stone is the Kaaba stone, being persuaded by Islam in the faith of the Muslims or the Muslims. They said they have to make a Hajj to Mecca every year to go march around the Kaaba stone and go kiss it and pray around it. The Jewish people, they don't do that. That's a strike. These are not the people. We are. But again, their wood is the saints. You always see a brother with a cross on his neck. The original cross is supposed to be made of wood. I don't care if it's a diamond pendant, gold or silver, rose gold or whatever. But the original cross that they symbolize and are they taking it from is a wooden cross. We're talking about the paganistic Christianity. This book deals with culture, heritage, and truth, along with spirit. What else we got? 33. Now this one important too. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Those people haven't been servants to another nation to build a nation up. This country literally is built off the backs and the blood and the sweat of black people, Nigers, our people. Not only this country, the world system itself, family. We scattered all everywhere, and we built up England and Britain. We did that. These people ain't done that. The Jewish, because they're not true Jews or true Hebrews. All right. Here go one of my favorite ones, 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, which the Most High shall lead thee. Now, here's the thing. This is, if you're doing your application for a job or whatever, they asking you, what's your ethnicity? And they got these boxes. One of the boxes will say, okay, well, Hispanic, not white, or Hispanic, white. Then you got Hawaiian sometimes. Then you got white, European. But then you got this other box that say black. And in parentheses, it'll say this other word. This is how we know the book real. Bicycle, meaning it got two wheels. Bicycle, it got two wheels on it, family. All right. And in the wicked term, they'll say, well, this person is bi, meaning they're dealing with two genders. But in this case, it said you'll be a byword. What's two words that's put together? This a title and a label placed on my people. African American. Two words, African American. That's a byword. That's not our true culture. That's not our true identity, our true heritage. We Israelites, we Hebrews. All right, but this is how we know this book real, man. All right, proverb. There's a old saying, you know what I mean? They call us a porch monkey. It's a proverb. Niggas love watermelon. You know what I mean? They love bananas. All this type of stuff. Those Jewish people, they don't endure that. This is not something that they have to deal with. 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Most High shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So for those who are not aware, if you just Google Negroes and yokes of iron, and it go back to the times where, you know, we were in chattel slavery, you're going to see us grouped together with this iron around our neck with a chain that yokes down and links to the brother next to me or the sister next to me. The Jewish people, they ain't went through that. So we going through it to show you that we are the people. What he's saying is false. Lies detected. But those who have itching ears, they won't know the voice of the master. They're going to go with it. Let me see. Let's get 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. All right, now we see this every day. Again, if you ain't heard me say it before, it's a coined phrase and it's popular, black on black crime. But we hardly ever hear Asian on Asian crime, white on white crime. We don't hear these terms. They bonded together. They come together. The Jewish people, this was a part of why Ye was saying what he was saying when he was in, he went viral for the things that he was saying. He said, I'm envious of these Jewish people because they stick together. We don't do that. The book is telling me that these Israelites, they're going to hate one another. They're going to have a hatred against one another, malice. These folks stick together. They passing down a generational wealth. They building up together. We not doing that. Telltale sign that these are not the people. He goes further. And toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So now we're talking about the households. Why is it so many of these brown boys and girls that come from households where the daddy was in prison? That's one of these curses that he said these Israelites going to suffer. We those people. We are those people. They not dealing with that. The daddies are in the houses. They passing the heritages down. They able to trace their lineage. They able to say, well, I come from this, and my daddy name was that. His daddy name was this, and here's the book that shows what your great-granddaddy name was and where he came from, his occupation. We can't do that. Us as a people, we're not able to do that. Why? Jeremiah 17:4. We're going to discontinue from our heritage. We rejected the Most High, so we get to suffer anything. Now we suffering an identity crisis. This is why the people saying we Egyptian, and this man is saying that we not Israel. This is why. He said, my people, if we take time to comprehend that, my possessor, my people. Not everybody, not every people. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's what the book tells us. Verse 66 says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. These are the races. They don't have a increased fear of them having a chance of losing their life throughout the day. we can get killed or lynched, modern day lynched by the policemen, getting gunned down. And we just seen with Tyree Nichols, listen, that's the hatred from 54. The police were all melanated, and the victim was too. All right, but in the case where it said, man, our life hanging about, I don't know if I'm gonna make it home for sure. The police pulled me over. In my head, it's a good chance this man might kill me. He already itching to shoot me just because I'm melanated. Just because the spirit in him recognizes and knows the spirit in me that I come from the bloodline of Israel. Even if he don't know that as a person, these spirits know. All right. 6th day, it says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold. Even if we don't deal with the cargo slave ships, family, we ain't have any other people been sold to another people the way that we have. In Memphis right now, they still ain't changed the name of the street called auction and exchange. And you know what used to happen on auction and exchange? They auction us off, auction our sons off, auction our daughters off, auction our grandmothers off, auction our mothers off, our aunties. They exchanged our nephews and nieces for a bottle of wine or a harlot. This ain't going on or has not went on with these people claiming to be the true Jews. And this brother or this man uneducated to not know that this book, listen, you got to read it to know what it say to talk about it. You got to understand it to be able to talk about it. Stop going against stuff that you ain't even went to study and went into to verify what you saying is a fact. Come on now. I said, shall be sold unto your enemies for bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you. Nobody gonna redeem us out of this, but we gotta redeem him. He on the way. We gotta redeem him. He coming. Don't even worry about it. Don't sweat it. He coming. It's gonna be the big payback, James Brown style. All right, so I had a few more verses, and I'm gonna open it up for questions, concerns, or anything else that y'all got on y'all spirit. But let's go to 1 John 2 and 19. 1 John 2 and 19. Not Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, but 1 John or 1 John. Oh yeah, then I got something else I did want to show too. I just remembered it. Just remember. Indeed, indeed. All right, 1 John, I want verse 2 and 19, which tells us, it says, I'm going to hit 18 first, it's important. It says, little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. So we see here, even in that time period, it was people, against Christ. Been around a long time. This ain't nothing new under the sun. It said in the last time, it's going to be people against Christ as well. Stand on that. Die with that. We all going to the throne. All right, we say verse 19, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. So ain't nobody leaving the truth or the faith or the Most High who really went with them in the first place, man. Again, going back to, the parable that I gave earlier, it's nothing that nobody can say to me about you if we got history. They can't come to me telling me that they heard something about you and off of what they said that they heard, I cut you off. Now, I'm going to come check with you. I'm going to make sure this is true. It's going to take more than that, unless I already had some type of issue with you from the jump. Unless I really never was your friend from the jump. I was around for my own occasion. All right? So the people leaving out, hey, listen, they want of us. And this ain't no reference to talking about, you know, amongst different congregations where people leaving out to out as a whole. The faith as a whole. All right. Let me get Jeremiah 8:3 too. So there's something else that's going on. We run this with the people having itching ears. Jeremiah chapter 8. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 3. It says, and death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith the Lord of hosts. So he referencing us. He said, now people are going to be choosing death instead of life. So we're going to choose these philosophies and these different persuasions, the things like I said earlier, they make us feel good. They tell me that I can be the biggest sinner that I want to be, and I ain't got no consequences for it. They tell me that I'm going to be reincarnated, but what sense is that? They mean that if I'm the guy that's creating these sicknesses, that's coming up with these diseases, that's you know, the word that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna say it's one of the things that's used in the depopulation of mankind. If I'm the inventor of those diseases and sicknesses, and I can be reincarnated, like why try to do any good? I can come back in another life and do it again. It's a trick of Satan, man. The devil wants you to think that, man, you can live your life how you want to, no guidelines, instructions, or commandments from the Father, and you're gonna be all right. If that's what you believe, hey, we all gonna go to the throne whether you believe it or not. Now let me show you this. Let me share my screen again. Check this out. I'm just going over stuff that I done dealt with or that came to my knowledge, you know what I mean, over the last week and a half just about. Check this out, family. Let's go back.
Speak about lots of different topics, and today's topic was about the decision of Uganda introducing the death. Okay, so I just wanted to speak about something that happened in tutorial time this morning.
Okay.
So students were discussing, because in tutorial resources we kind of speak about lots of different topics, and today's topic was about the decision of Uganda introducing the death penalty for kind of aggravated homosexuality. And so Olivia's form tutor kind of was encouraging discussions and asking the students, what do you think about this? Do you agree with it? And then Olivia said, oh, it's their country. They can do what they like. I agree. And so Mr. Benet challenged her on that, about why she felt that way. And then Olivia then proceeded to say that being gay is a sin she was referring to. She said it's a sin. So she said when she was challenged by her form tutor that by saying that being gay is a sin, that is a homophobic comment to make. Her understanding of being homophobic is hating gay people and kind of being violent or acts of hatred towards them. But
sorry, I'm just clearing my throat.
No, it's okay, no problem at all. But basically, because she was in tutorial time and Olivia has outwardly said in that tutorial time that being gay is a sin, she has been given a day of 2 days in the inclusion room as a sanction for this.
So because the little girl is standing on business. She's standing on business and righteousness. You know what I mean? Y'all asked her, and she gave her opinion and said, hey, listen, no, I agree with it. It's their country, they can do what they want. And then he goes further to say, wow, he pried, P-R-Y. You know, he pried a little more. Okay, and she hit him with, hey, well, it's a sin. and she get punished for that. Now, this is important, family, because this is going on with a child. This is a child now. So what's being done is we want to get the children acclimated to be in a mindset or mentality of behavior, to be fearful to speak the truth, to know that, okay, if I say this about sin, I can be penalized. Inclusion room. All right, now the inclusion room on a grander scale for people, prison, the death penalty, you know what I mean? They execute them for that. Very well so, this country had a mindset to say, well, we'll kill whoever if they speak against the agenda. You can lose your job for referring to this man as he instead of she. But they getting children. They want the children to be acting. So I praise the Most High, for this young saint, man, who went in and stood on it. Randall Robinson, Shabbat Shalom, man. Let me get 1 Thessalonians 5:21, though. So let me drop that link too, so y'all will have it. Y'all go check this out as well. I ain't gonna play the whole video. But for some that y'all can check out. Let's see. And what you're gonna find out is the school that she's saying is in, family. It's supposed to be a Christian-based school, like I'm saying, like it's actually a faith school, like a Bible school. And she couldn't even say that was homosexuality is a sin. Look at the times we live in. Let's see. I'm trying to give y'all the title so that when you go through the comments, you better find the link exactly. And then somebody drop what sin is in the comments as well. Now, I'm gonna put it too, but I want y'all to drop it in the comments. Okay, so I just put that in the comments for you, for y'all. Indeed, Marshall, good will be looked at as evil, and evil will be looked at as good. That's true. Let's see. I'm gonna get 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Then we're gonna get that what sin is. All right, 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, "Prove all things, hold fast that which is good." Now we getting this, family, because again, as we see the time dwindling, no man know the day or the hour, but in the meantime, hold fast to that which is good, what we know to be true, upright, what we know to be godly, what we know to be holy. Because the world is on a major, power trip of pushing the agenda to make people feel like, hey, we need to be godless. They want us to feel that, we the outcasts. We are the problem, in which we are. This is the importance of reading Esther and the additions of Esther in the Apocrypha. That the wicked Haman, his mindset or his advice given to the king was that, well, y'all want to establish a kingdom of peace on earth amongst all men. You will never be successful in it because you got these group of people called Israelites whose laws are contrary to that of all mankind. They revere no king. They only revere their God. This is how he presented it. But through the story, the king found out, man, no, no folk own the business. These folk got real righteous laws and justice, justified laws of true justice. Everybody should have that type of mindset. All right, but because we stand on these laws, we are a threat to the dark kingdom. This little girl who we just heard about, a threat to the dark kingdom. Smash the like button if you ain't. Don't be trespassing, coming in the house, without ringing the doorbell. You just in here chilling. I don't know how you got in here. Smash the like button, those saints. If you ain't already, smash the like button. Share the video too. Indeed, Jacob said, this world makes my eyes hurt. And that's a message that is in the chamber, or the men that sigh and cry. If we don't see an issue or we ain't got a problem with society and how things being ran, we need to check ourselves. It said the people that had a mark of the Most High said those men, they were crying and sighing about the evil that was being done. So if you don't feel no kind of way about the evil that's being done, man, you need to check your spirit. All right. Now let's go to the 1 John though. 1 John, we're going back to 1 John. What is sin? What is sin? 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. And this is important because now I'm going back to the conversation with the barber. Many people, they feel like, well, sin is just not doing good. But it's actually a clear definition of what sin is. And if we get the definition of it, we see the importance of the commandments yet again. All right. Let me see. 1 John 3 and 4 says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Clear cut. What is sin? Transgression of the Most High's commandments. So it is a sin to be homosexual because it tells us in Leviticus, if a man lie with man as womankind, it's abomination. It's a sin. They both shall be put to death. And they work for the woman as well as the man. So that is sin. All right. Something else. Did I have anything? I think I had something else I wanted to show y'all too. But so far, I think that's it. I think that's all I got, man. Y'all get the picture. Anything that y'all got for me, though. Anything that y'all got for me. Questions, comments, or concerns. Questions, comments, and concerns. And right now, I'm finna drop in the comment. I told y'all I'm gonna end up turning this channel to nothing but music and entertainment. But then I have another channel specifically for messages and lessons. So I got it set now where it'll be an actual YouTube channel. So here go the link for it. Go to this channel. Go to this channel here. Let's see if I can pull it up too right quick. If we go to that channel, go there and subscribe. See if I can put it up right here. That ain't what I want. And I come to find out there's a few channels of children of the prophets. But you will see y'all will be able to see the logo. Okay, I'm already here. As it right now. Okay, let me do this. Y'all give me a second. Okay, let me go back. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna share my screen so y'all be able to see the logo. And you'll know that you found the right one. So this is the one right here. When you see this logo here, this is the channel. This one right here. The children of the prophets. Let me see if I can type it in one more time, though. Let's see. I just might be able to have a link for it. Let me see something. Let me see if this will work. Try to get a direct link so you can just click on it and go straight to it. Because it's putting up different stuff. Yeah, the children of the prophets. So what I'm gonna have to do, if y'all find it, what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna go in and change. I'm gonna have to change the link or edit the actual URL. Give it something to kind of distinguish it from the other ones, and that'll make it work as easily. When you click on it, you go straight to it. Derek Bagley. Shalom, bro. Pastor, when I try to explain how the world is wicked, people say I'm devil worshiping or spreading hate. The book tells us, man, we blessed when people when they reproach us, when they speak evil about us for us doing good. You ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. If you speaking out about the evil of the world, we need to be doing it. We all should, because there's so many people who don't even view the evil as evil. Like, what I'm saying, Sis Mashka said earlier. We need to be able to identify that this world wicked and the wickedness of it. And it's through that we able to keep track of prophecy as well, certain prophecies, and we can prep ourselves. Even on prepping, different forms of that. Like, I recommend that everybody get a knife. I know it might sound like, it's so random. Get you a knife, and a knife is not just for us to be able to, defend ourselves. It's not just for that. A knife can be used for so much. We need a knife. You can use a knife for way more than just cutting somebody. You need to cut some things, and you can use it as a stake. It's very useful. Which, I'm working on getting that together as well. Going through the bug out bag, and discussing the things in the bug out bag for those who had a mindset to be prepped, to get ready. Like they done killed the Cash App guy. I don't really understand the whole thing of it, but what I can see in the matter is that Cash App gave people or gives people a chance to have money in a way where you don't have to go through the same loopholes as dealing with a bank. And going back to what was those 13 families, the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, these are people who they run the banking system. So if you climbing a ladder and you contending with me, it's just like, you know, any form of people who trying to gain. Once I see you I need to knock the competition out the box. Especially if I can't pay you off or bully you. I need to get rid of you altogether. Yeah, and don't be, let's not forget about, let's keep our eyes open, stay aware about the things that's going on with BRICS. We see, you know what I mean, Russia and China talking about creating another currency, getting away from the US dollar bill. So within that means the dollar crashes. We're talking about China having that mindset of invading Taiwan. The importance of Taiwan being that they are the country that's like the main country that has a hand in production of the semiconductor microchips. These are the chips that we're using everywhere and everything now. Your refrigerator, your cars, your stove, your washing machine, your phones, your TVs, your radios, just about any form of electronic. This is more than likely the chip that's needed for that to operate properly is coming from Taiwan. So China invades Taiwan. They take on those plants of the semiconductors. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother story within itself of possibilities of things that can happen. Just to be aware of that, though. We keeping our eyes on Russia. You know what I mean? That invasion. This is why the people in Taiwan, now I'm going back to the prep. The people in Taiwan issued a warning, I say, to the citizens, like, hey, we need to be ready for war. Years back, maybe about 8-9 years, I recall Russia issued a warning and told all its citizens, hey, go underground into these bunkers that we got because of in fear of a nuclear war, a nuclear attack. But Taiwan told its citizens, everybody get prepped and get ready for what's about to happen. America not doing it. The U.S. is not doing it. So we have to be those people standing in the gap saying, listen, this was going on. This is the evils that's happening and it's going to come. And this is why the evil that's approaching is approaching, because the evil that's being done presently. I say, every man should have at least a pocket knife. When you have one, you have none, indeed. You need those pocket knives. Sisters too. Indeed, man. He be tripping me out. Bring the battle, Shalom. Shalom, Elisha Bat Yasharala, Denora Israel, Jacob Wake Up, Miss House of Elkanah. Just salute y'all. I see y'all in the comments. Endure Ascension, Dre P, Shalom, X2 dead, DD dead. Heavenly, Shalom, Brandy, Caleb Cole, Robert Waters, Sister Yolanda, True Talk, Oli Robinson, Humble Servant. Shalom to y'all. Peace and blessings to y'all. Canal 104, what it do, Hebrew? Angela Patton, Sister Pariah, CJ. Let's see who else we got here. Destiny Lee, Honesty, Obadiah. Peace and blessings, y'all. Everybody who tune in who ain't coming, who I can't see. Yep, everybody who tuning in, who will tune in, bless y'all. Bless everybody who bless us and curse everybody who curse us. Yasharala House of Learning, salute to you. See the new channel not coming up. Yeah, so V, I gotta do something. I think it's throwing it off because I saw like 2 or 3 other channels they got the title Children of the Prophets. So I'm gonna work on it when I shut this live down. Father say the same. I'm gonna go in there and tweak the URL. Tyrone Victorious. I see you, family. Shalom. Shalom to you. Yeah, question, comments, or concern though, family. Before we get out, anything I need to be put on. Y'all know I don't know everything that's going on. So y'all be having information that I could use or that we all could use. Shoot it to the email, children of the prophets 144 at gmail. Or you can shoot it to C. Let me type it in. Either one of these. Shoot it here. Or shoot it here. Man, peace and blessing to y'all. Trying to see, man, because I don't want to forget anything while I'm on this live. I do want to salute my Hebrew when he told in, hey, a Grammy and an Emmy ain't nothing compared to this right here. This right here from my brother Cole Ryan in Hebrew, man. He blessed me with that. So shout out to Cole Ryan and Sister Alicia in Indianapolis. Peace and blessing to them in y'all household. Abdiel. Let me put this on the screen. You see, Abdiel said, Shalom, fam. Appreciate the diligence and work. You're right. Staying vigilant, being proactive, and taking initiative is key. I'll be with us all. Indeed, man. Bless you, Saint. Indeed. Thank the Most High. Anything that I've done that y'all appreciate, man, is only because of the Most High. I say, let your light shine so before men that men may see it and glorify your Father in heaven. That's the whole mission. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. Indeed, Jacob. Hey, keep working on it. Me too. I'm working on myself every day, bro. We fighting thoughts. We fighting things that of the past that we've been exposed to in our families and such different stuff on that thing. The environments that we were nurtured in, and then we battling with the mindsets and the spirits of people outside of ourselves as well. We got to battle with what they were raised in, their mentalities, the spirit that they got. You know what I'm saying? That, man, I'm praying for our families. Don't forget the prisoners, man. There's something else too. Y'all tune in and listen. I could come. This somebody who I can say I can vouch for. I can't speak for everybody, but I could come, formerly known as Sleeper LaFleur. Brother, he doing a bid. He been in there since January, man. That's my op right there. So go to his channel. I gotta pull up the cash out for him, but support him. Keep him in prayers as well. He did major work, and I believe so that he's still doing major work, even where he is now. But he's separated from his family. He in that prison cell. Keep him in mind. And I'm bringing him up again, like I said, because I can vouch for him. I can't vouch for everybody. But support him. You know what I mean? His wife, his children, anything that we can, There's a solid brother in the faith. When I met him, you feel the spirit on him, and the way he operated, I seen it. You know what I mean? His fruits, they bear to be good. Yeah, man. If y'all didn't know this, so send it in. I think I do have it. You can get in contact with Shadiah. But let me see. So I think I can drop the cash out. I should have a text. Give me a moment. Yeah. So this what the cash out gonna be. This go to his wife. Been in us since January. They trying to give him. They saying it's gonna be a second, but I think the Most High bring them out before that. I pray so, but I don't know the system. I don't control the system. But in the meanwhile, they shoot that there. Let me see. Let me label it for you. Let me just label support for Yeah. So that's it right there, fam. I'm gonna leave that on the screen for a moment. Nick, Shalom. Yo, our people really need help. I would like to help our brother indeed. They'll go to cash out right there. And what y'all been dropping in the comments, anything y'all dealing with. I do think we need to do a fast. We can plan one together. Set us up a fast sometime within these 2 weeks. For those who was asking about the baptism, we see the weather changing now. So this definitely will be a time to, if y'all trying to get on the schedule to do that, if the Most High move you, don't just do it because you think, I'm this good brother to do it for you. Ask the Most High. And if he confirm it for you, for me to be the one to dip you, then I will. If we do it in Memphis, we have to set the schedule up because right now I'm back and forth out the city. Aside from that, if you don't have any issues with me using the name Ahaya Yeshaya, you know what I'm saying? Just to lay it on the table for you. I got you. If the Most High say the same, I got you. We're going to get in that water. We're going to put that on our account. You know what I'm saying? Says those who don't, the one who believe and is baptized shall be saved. But those that don't, then, they don't make it into the kingdom. There's another story. All right, but y'all got that? I pray that today's message, conversation, whatever it be labeled, I pray that it was a blessing. Pray that it was edifying. Pray that it was strengthening of our faith. Let us be mindful and careful moving forward to these things. Let us not forget them. Remember that the word said, as soon as the word is sown, then come the adversary and catch it away out of their heart. So somebody come to you with a question, well, what about this? Hey, you ain't got to answer them. Hold fast to that which is good. The Most High ain't called us to contend with people. He said after the first and second admonition, reject. So if I done told you what the business is and you rejected it twice, by the Most High's word, I don't have to tell you again. I know you dealing with some on the inside. I don't have to wear myself out with it unless I choose to. So Yanika, Shalom. You missed the lesson, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Bless you and the family. All right, family. Peace and blessing to y'all again. May everybody who bless y'all be blessed, and everybody who curse y'all be cursed. And we one up on Satan with this. Shalom.